Old Man Lee was the cleaner at our office building. Every day, he'd arrive before anyone else, mop the floors until they shone, and wipe down every desk. He was always smiling, but his eyes held a story, a quiet wisdom that you couldn't quite place. He was in his 70s, with a back slightly bent from years of hard work, but his movements were surprisingly nimble. One Monday morning, as I was rushing to my desk with a coffee in hand, I saw him standing near the elevator lobby, looking distressed. He was patting his pockets, a look of panic on his face. "What's wrong, Uncle Lee?" I asked. He looked up, his voice trembling slightly. I think I lost my wallet. It had my bus pass and a little bit of money for lunch." My colleague, Jack, who was walking behind me, scoffed. "Probably left it at home. Old people are always forgetting things." He didn't even slow down, just strode past us into his office. I felt a pang of annoyance at his coldness. I turned back to Uncle Lee. "Don't worry," I said, pulling a 20 from my wallet. "Take this for now, have a proper lunch and sort out your bus pass. You can pay me back whenever." Uncle Lee's eyes welled up. He took the money with a shaky hand. "Thank you, young man. Thank you so much. You have a kind heart." He insisted on knowing my name and department, promising to return the money the next day. I told him not to worry about it, but he was adamant. The next day, true to his word, he found me at my desk and handed me a crisp $20 bill. "Thank you again," he said, bowing his head slightly. "You are a good person." Throughout the day, I noticed something strange. I saw Uncle Lee near the vending machines, looking lost again. This time, a young woman from the marketing team stopped to help him, buying him a drink and a snack when he said he'd forgotten his change. This pattern continued for weeks. One day, Uncle Lee would be struggling to carry a heavy trash bag, and someone would rush to help. Another day, he'd be standing in the rain without an umbrella, and someone would share theirs. But for every person who helped, there were others, like Jack, who would walk by, completely indifferent, sometimes even with a look of disdain. It was like our office had become a stage, and Uncle Lee was the director of a silent play about human nature. One afternoon, I was working late. The office was empty except for me and Uncle Lee, who was quietly emptying the bins. I walked over to him. "Uncle Lee," I started, "can I ask you something personal? It seems like you have a lot of bad luck. Losing your wallet, forgetting your change, is everything okay?" He stopped what he was doing and looked at me, a gentle smile spreading across his face. It was a different kind of smile than his usual one. This one was knowing, almost mischievous. "Ah, you noticed," he said, his voice clear and steady, all traces of frailty gone. "Come, sit with me for a moment." He led me to the small break room and poured me a cup of tea. "My name isn't just Lee," he began. "It's Lee Wei, and I'm not just the cleaner here." He paused, letting the words sink in. "I own this building, and a few others in the city." I nearly choked on my tea. I stared at him, dumbfounded. The cleaner, the humble old man, was the owner. He continued, "My son is set to take over the company soon. He's smart, a great businessman, but I worry. He only sees numbers on a spreadsheet, not the people who make those numbers happen. I've always believed that a company's greatest asset is its culture, and culture is built on kindness. You can teach skills, but you can't teach a good heart. So," he explained, "I decided to see it for myself. I've been working here for 3 months. I wanted to know who the people in my company really are. Not the managers or the top performers, but everyone. A lost wallet, a forgotten umbrella. These small things reveal a person's true character when they think no one important is watching." He pulled out a small, worn notebook from his pocket. He opened it, and I saw lists of names. My name was there. Next to it, he'd written, "Monday, 8:35 a.m., loan 20 for lunch. Refused to take it back at first, kind soul." My heart swelled. There were other names, with notes like "helped carry heavy box, shared umbrella in the rain, bought a coffee." But there were other names too. Next to my colleague Jack's name, it said, "Walk past, scornful, lacks empathy. My son thinks I'm crazy." Mr. Lee chuckled. "But soon, we will be announcing some new promotions, a new head of department, and new team leader. My son has his list of candidates, based on performance reviews and sales figures. I have my list." He looked at me, his eyes twinkling. "It's based on this, He tapped the notebook. Because a company led by kind people, people who stop to help the cleaner, is a company that will truly succeed. It's a place where everyone feels valued. The following week, a company-wide email announced a series of unexpected promotions. The young woman from marketing who bought him a snack was now team leader. The man who shared his umbrella was now project manager. And me, I was promoted to head of my department. Jack was furious, unable to understand why he'd been passed over. Mr. Lee retired from his cleaning duties that day. At his farewell party, which was actually a formal company event, he stood on stage in a sharp, tailored suit. He was no longer Uncle Lee, the cleaner. He was Chairman Lee Wei, a man of immense stature and warmth. He shared his story, his 3-month experiment. The room was silent, then filled with applause. He taught us all a lesson that day. Success isn't just about profits and performance, it's about character. It's about the small acts of kindness we perform when we think no one is watching. Because sometimes, the person watching is the one who matters most. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. See you next time.